Hello and welcome. My name is ActiQ and I finally went through the puberty, so this is the voice that you will be hearing from now on. Okay, sorry for messing around like that, but as you can probably hear, my voice is a bit different now because I have the common cold, and this is quite annoying because it's like my only holiday before the Christmas and it sucks to be a bit ill. So bear with me if my voice sounds a bit different than it sounds usually. So in this video I want to talk about the endgame of RuneScape, but before I go there I just want to tell you two quick real life updates that have possible impact to my video making. So firstly, I just formatted my PC, so I don't have all the settings exactly the same on the programs that I just reinstalled. And I also upgraded my computer a little bit. So before this I had a 120 gigabit SSD on my PC, and now I have a 240 gigabit SSD. So this basically just means that I have more space to install more programs and run them through the SSD, so more programs will get the benefit of the faster drive. If you don't know what is an SSD, SSD is a solid state disk and it can replace a hard disk drive from your computer. They're more expensive and in general they have less space, but the SSD, for example, that I have in my computer at the moment can work up to 10 times as fast as a regular HDD. And since most of the things that you open on your computer are located in the hard disk drive or the SSD, this means that a computer that has an SSD where the Windows is installed will boot faster, it will boot all programs faster, it will run most programs faster, and in general SSD is the most important part of a modern computer. So if you are making a new setup or something like that, don't forget to install your Windows on an SSD to get the full benefit of all your modern parts. I myself plan to use my old SSD to put it to an old laptop and give it a completely new life and make it a completely different kind of a computer that can easily run Minecraft and RuneScape. So that's enough unrelated stuff. So what I want to talk about is the end game of RuneScape. Why I want to talk about this is that many people come and tell me that I shouldn't be motivated by gaining XP in RuneScape and something like I should only play the game for fun. So if I make a video talking about this, I maybe don't get that many comments that tell me that high scores are a bad motivation for playing a game. So let's first talk about what RuneScape is. So RuneScape is an MMORPG and it's a grinding game. You have to grind in RuneScape in order to progress, and almost all people try to progress in RuneScape, so they try to make either a Berserker pure or they try to make a completionist cape, and to get those goals they have to play hours and hours on end. So every player at some stage of playing RuneScape will do some grinding. Now, I enjoy grinding myself. I enjoy staying in a location for a long amount of time and seeing the progress that I did afterwards. And this is why it's so great that we have the high scores, so people can actually see that they are progressing in the game. Now, when you achieve a completionist cape, in a sense you complete RuneScape, you've done all the basic requirements of the game, but that's when the end game starts, and if you enjoyed the grind up until the completionist cape, I don't really see any reason to stop grinding after you get the completionist cape. There is still progress to be made, there are still things that you can grind for. You can either grind for XP or you can grind for money, but it's all the same and you have to do something repeatedly over and over again. And eventually you will reach the goals that you have set yourself. And if this is something that you enjoyed previously, I don't see why you shouldn't be motivated to grind after you get the completionist. Now, a lot of people are not motivated by solely getting XP, so they want to get either money or they want to go for the trimmed completionist cape. And in this sense, I'm a different kind of player because I think that money is so easily corrupted in RuneScape that I will never be able to obtain as much money as those people that did it with unfair methods. Now, if I do a lot of XP, I don't think that you can cheat your way through a lot of XP as easily as you can cheat your way through a lot of money, because you can get a lot of money, for example, just getting a real life job and then buying a lot of bonds. So in my opinion, XP is the most purest thing to show your dedication towards the game, XP or getting the trimmed completionist cape. Now, I've worked really hard in order to obtain my current XP rate average that I have in the game. Last time that I have checked, I have received 165,000 XP per hour ever since creation of my account. So in the 11 years that I have played RuneScape in total, I've always gained at least 165k XP per hour on average. Now obviously I started playing RuneScape a lot only a couple of years ago, and when I was younger I played RuneScape a lot more on and off. So if there are players that are even more veteran players than me, they probably will never be able to obtain this high average XP rates. But the XP rates are exact reason why I don't want to ever go for the trimmed completionist cape. It's simply because the Castle Wars requirement is too much for me. I don't want to spend a total 1 or 2 months of real life time inside Castle Wars just to get a cosmetic looking cape. But this certainly is the end game for a lot of people, and I do appreciate people that are willing to go for the trimmed completionist cape. And in a sense it's kind of fun because you can AFK at Castle Wars, and when you do this you can do your homework, you can play another game, or you can even start another character. So in a sense it's kind of nice to do the Castle Wars. I just don't ever want to go for it myself because I don't want to ruin my XP rates. So I enjoyed my way to the completionist cape. I enjoy grinding. I enjoy that I can sit in front of the computer and browse through YouTube, browse through Wikia, and browse through maybe Facebook and talk to somebody on Skype. And I think I will continue enjoying it in the future as well. So I don't think it's a bad motivation to gain some high ranks on the high scores. I think gaining ranks is something that gives you a certain reason to play RuneScape, and since you enjoy the grinding anyway, it's just an extra motivation. Now, like I have said in a previous video probably, if you don't enjoy grinding in RuneScape, I don't think there is much more content to the game, so you should perhaps think of looking for another game, because this game is about grinding and you have to grind and grind over and over again. And it's pretty much never ending in my opinion, and the game definitely does not end after you reach the max or the completionist cape. Now do bear in mind that I do take some breaks from gaining XP, and occasionally I just go gain for money, so I wanna gain both money and XP, and those are my end game for RuneScape, and I really enjoy every moment that I spend on the game. And unlike many people, I don't see that if you do something that you enjoy can ever be a waste of time. So what do you think is the end game of RuneScape? Should I just be bank standing at the Grand Exchange like many people do? Or should I be gaining XP, which is what I enjoy? If you like this video, you can leave it a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also leave some comments to this video. But other than that, I thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.